everybody? Hey, all right, one more time for Jeremiah and Heath. Make it loud for them. I like it. I was just looking at the two of them, and I'm like, those are some interesting looking openers. I like the two of them together. They're just such characters. I feel like I'm Steve from Blue's Clues, and I'm in between Mr. Pepper and Mrs. Salt, and I'm like, where's Blue taking us now? I like them. They're characters. They're on different levels, and Heath's like that in the back too. He's just kind of hey, and then he's either not saying something or saying something real fast, and it's a good energy back there. There's Jeremiah. Yeah. We had a good... I love coming here. I've been coming to Spokane, I think, for 10 years. I always love coming to this town. Underrated, I'm going to say. All the attention goes over to the other side. It goes over to Seattle and all that stuff over there. It's pretty good out here, all right? Don't worry, I won't tell anybody. We'll keep it nice like this, you know? I don't want it overrun. But I've always enjoyed it because it's got nice buildings, but you guys aren't snooty about it. You guys have like nice restaurants, you have good stuff, you got a nice river, there's a big wagon, there's like stuff to go, you know? You guys got stuff, but you're not weird about it. Like, you go to other towns, they have nice stuff, and they're like, did you see our nice stuff? Like, they're very, you better dress up to see our nice stuff. But you guys are like, yeah, come hang, or not, I don't care, you know? It's a very, you're welcome to come, but if you don't worry, we don't care. It's a nice mixture of it. I like it. I like that this club shouldn't be a great club, but it is. Like, I don't know if you know how great clubs are supposed to be built, but it's supposed to be low ceilings, and everyone's in tight, and it's the exact opposite. This looks like they used to store salt in here or something. They used to store old tires, and they're like, yeah, I'll make a big cavernous comedy club with some weird wedding lights in the corner. And it works, and it shouldn't. And the only reason it does is because you guys are a great audience, so thank you. And I know, that comes off a little pandering, but I do mean it, because I remember the first time I walked in, I'm like, these shows can't be good. And then every time I went up, I'm like, these shows are really fun. I remember one of the first times I came to like headline here, the manager who no longer works here, I think it might have been because of that weekend. The club also owns the video game arcade place right next door, and afterwards he's like, let's go have some drinks, they're free. And I'm like, did you say free? And so we're there drinking for a very long time, and then at like 2 a.m, he's like, oh, I forgot to tell you got to be on the news tomorrow. And I'm like, when? And he's like, 6 a.m. And I'm like, it's 2 now. And he's like, yeah, we should probably wrap it up. And it was one of the local, I don't know if it was ABC, but it was one of the local morning ones. And I had to go do it. And I wish I could tell you I was hungover. I was still drunk when it was too early, and he came and picked me up at the hotel, and I'm like, I don't think it's been enough time for you to be driving. Like, that wasn't that long ago. I didn't even go to sleep. He just dropped me off at the hotel, and I sat there, and I'm like, I think he meant like 2 days from now. He didn't mean now. And then he's like, I'm outside. I'm like, he meant now. Wow. And I had to go do the morning news, and I'm just sweating Jameson, and it was so bad. And you know, morning news people, they wake up at like 2 in the morning and they're all made up and they're like, I already worked out and I had orange juice, I already did my stocks. They just have the energy of like a preschool teacher, and I'm just coming in wearing my same clothes from the night before, flop sweat everywhere, just trying not to cuss because I'm still I got Jameson in the system. And I'm like, what? Hi. And I had to go on after just a classic morning news story. This happened, I'm going to say 2016-ish, somewhere around there. At that time, there was a rabid raccoon terrorizing the greater Spokane area. And so the news story before me, they're like, there's a rabid raccoon that had been breaking into people's homes. This is how good this raccoon was. It wasn't just messing with trash cans. It was getting in the house, messing things up, and then taking off. And they went so far as to do a police sketch of the raccoon. Not making any of that up. I remember being drunk going, I can't follow the raccoon. Dude, I can't. How the hell am I supposed to follow the rabid raccoon story? And then the drunk manager's like, I don't know, man. Good luck. And then he shoved me out there. And I don't know where that guy is, but I think he's doing good. I think he's doing better. But yeah, we had fun today. We went and played pickleball. Jeremiah and I went and played pickleball. That's fun. I don't know if you've ever played that. It's like it's right in between tennis and ping pong. It's like I don't want to play full on tennis. It's a lot of running around. But I also want to be able to turn on my Apple Watch. And you can't do that for ping pong. You know, that's not enough steps. So pickleball's a nice in between a game and a sport, you know. It's like if you added tackling to golf, you'd be like, all right, that's almost a sport now. Like that just went from game to sport now that you can tackle someone's blind side. Can you imagine that? Just teeing off? Just like, but you still have to be quiet. You're like, there's no... You can't yell. You gotta just silence. Plow someone right in the spine. Goofy visor goes flying. I'd watch golf then. Anyway, we went to go play pickleball. It was awesome. It was still pretty hard, quite honestly. And there was like there was like a jacked up couple on the next court over, and they were just like in too good a shape. You know that like CrossFit shape where like we work out in a gym with nothing. We just throw tires around and we climb the walls like Spider-Man. They don't even have a pull-up bar. There's just a ledge in the brick, and you're like, yeah, I do finger pull-ups. Every jar in my house is open, baby. Like these are. It was like and it was just me and Jeremiah, and we're playing, but we're like lobbing. We're having a friendly game, you know, and they're over there like there's a championship on the line. And then Jeremiah and are like, hey, good one. That was nice, you know? But that's how I like to play. I don't like to play sports with people that are too competitive, because I got another buddy, Dustin, and I played tennis with him once, and he's like competitive, you know? And I remember I thought we were just gonna lob it around, you know? And he just, first shot, he just rips it like over my head. And I'm like, what? Why are you playing dirty, dude? Like, what? And he's like, what are you talking about playing dirty? I'm like, you know I'm not over there. Like, just hit it to me, dude. What are you making me run around for? I thought we were just slapping it around. What are we, in our 20s? Come on. Because that is what, now when I do like a sporty thing, I remember my injuries. Like that's what I did. I ran a little too much and I felt my knee go, hey, and I'm like, oh yeah. So the next time it came around, I was just like, that's your point. You know, like there's less like, and it's more like, ooh, yeah. Because I'm here in the cold. I grew up in San Diego. I'm used to warm weather, and the cold reminds you of all your injuries. Like, I got off the plane yesterday. I don't know what the temperature was. It was cold. It was like in the 40s or the 30s. It was enough to where my breath was visible. And as soon as I got off the plane, my left knee was like, oh, you remember that? And I'm like, oh, and I just had a limp out of nowhere. It reminded me of an injury that I didn't remember getting. But yeah, we had a good time. Played pickleball. Then we got a burger over at Zips. Went to Zips. Went to Zips. It was a good burger. We went to the wrong location. You know which one I'm talking about. Jeremiah just put it in his phone, and I'm like, this is it? And he's like, yeah, it's supposed to be the best. And it looked like they didn't want us in there. Like when we walked in, it looked like we interrupted a meeting that had nothing to do about Zips, you know? And they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, cheeseburgers. And we ate the burgers. The burgers were delicious. And I'm like, let's get the hell out of this neighborhood. This looks like a drop site. Like, let's get out of here. And then we were going back to the hotel, and we passed the good one. Like, the nice one, there's like families in there. There's kids giggling and coloring juicy burgers. I'm like, why'd you take us to the methy one? What? That should be on the Google. Like, hey, dude, are you trying to order off menu? Because if you're not, you shouldn't be going to this one. All right, they'll sell you some dust on the side. Yeah, that was fun. I'm staying over at the Davenport, where that's where that very nice hotel. Too nice. I was in a robe and in the afternoon. That's a weird feeling, right? Just being in a robe in the afternoon. You're like, well, I'm done, right? And you're like, no, I gotta go to work. but I'm calling this work. But this is, I had to take the robe off and put on real pants. And it's just not a good look. Like, every time I wear a robe and I see my reflection in the mirror, I'm like, ugh. Like, it's not... Robes are for women. Like, robes look good on women. Women, you look great in a robe. You look like you just came back from the spa or came out of a bubble bath with a red wine. Every time I see a guy in a robe, it just looks like he got done having some illegal sex. Just... Right? It can even be like a nice guy, but he's just wearing a robe and you're like, I don't care for that. And then he smiles, just... None of that, sir, please. That should just be for women. But yeah, I was wearing a robe and enjoying myself. And then I'm like, well, I guess we gotta go to work now, It's a good job to have. I don't know. It could be worse, Could have another job. But this one, you just have to do it. And everyone's like, oh, there you are. And then at the end, that's why it's not real. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't had a day job like 9 years. So this is a fantasy. It's all, I don't think comedians should be allowed to vote, is what I'm saying. Because we don't live a regular life. I slept until 11. I played pickleball. We had the wrong cheeseburger. And then I wore a robe. And then I'm like, guess I better get to work. It's a fake life. It's not real. Very happy to have it. But it's not real. That's not a way to live. And I voted. They let me vote, And it's fun, man. I was watching, the news is interesting again. I like that. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the cabinet picks. They've been coming out. Have the cabinet picks always been this entertaining? I've never paid attention to the cabinet picks, and now I'm like, who? For what? Oh my God. I feel like it should be a game show. I feel like they should reveal the cabinet picks like they showed the judges on The Voice, Like the chair spins around, And up next, the Department of Education, Linda McMahon. And you're like, what? From the WWF? Are you serious? Oh, man. The head of the education department ran the World Wrestling Federation. That's just fun to say out loud. As the sentence, you're like, yeah, that's where that should be. And I grew up a wrestling fan. I love wrestling. And I actually learned a lot from being a wrestling fan. As a kid, I had a high vocabulary, and it wasn't because I read. Because I didn't read, but I watched wrestling, and they used big words. I knew what the word profusely meant. Because they used it. They were like, he's bleeding profusely. And that's how I'm like, oh, I think that means a lot, And then I remember there was a day in 4th grade where we did a class vocab little quiz, and they're like, who knows what profusely means? I'm like, I think it means a lot. And they were like, whoa, they almost bumped me up a reading level. No one else knew what profusely meant. And I'm like, Jim Ross let me know what profusely meant. That's all I loved, man. I loved to go to pro wrestling. My mom would take me, my little Hungarian mother. That's all I asked for. Christmas, birthdays, any special occasion. She's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I want to go see wrestling when it comes to town. And she would always take me. And we saw a lot of important moments. A lot of them you guys might not know about, but the one that really sticks in my head is 1998. She took me to the San Diego Sports Arena to watch a live taping of Monday Night Raw. And there was a wrestler at the time, his name was Val Venus. He played a porn star. So he was a porn star who went into the world of wrestling. Which actually doesn't, that kind of a natural transition if you really sit down and think about it. You're like, I could see how that could happen. Sure. But they did a storyline where he ended up sleeping with this Japanese guy's wife. This guy Yamaguchi-san had a wife, and Mr. Valvinus had a little dalliance with her. And so the night we were there, Yamaguchi-san and his goons grabbed Valvinus and they dragged him to the back. And they showed this on the big screen in the arena, and they tied him up. And they pulled his pants down, so it was like butt cracks right in there. And Yamaguchi-san took out a giant samurai sword, and he went yeah, like right, just yeah, and the screen went black. And I'm just sitting there with my Hungarian mother, and my mom's like, "They cut the wiener?" Like she. That's the head of the Department of Education. Like that. It was amazing. Like, what a weird moment to share with my mother, you know? Like, and to think about, like, go all the way back. Like, we were born in Hungary, and then we came over, and then my mom worked 2 jobs. She worked at a retirement home serving the elderly, and then part of the money she got for serving the elderly, she used to buy tickets so her and her son could watch a live castration. Like, that might be the best commercial for capitalism there ever could be. Just a Hungarian mom and her 10-year-old son, like, did they cut the wiener? I'm like, yes, Mom, I think they did. Everybody. Yeah, one more time for me. How about some of that? I like it. The dude was dressed up in a suit, and I realized I should have worn a nicer flannel. Better transition. This is my nicest flannel. It's good to be here. You guys seem friendly. You guys get over the debate yet on Sunday? Is everyone over it? I'm not. That was quite the event. That was like 90 minutes. After it was done, I had this urge to just buy canned food and bottled water. Anybody else? Like I felt the need to stock up. I was like, we need some supplies. I told my wife, I'm like, we need a weapon. Make a weapon. Sharpen something. This is not going to be good. We need to go into the caves. We need to get into the mountains so we can have a lay of the land. We need a vantage point. But I got a Honda Civic. It won't make it up into the mountains. That thing, that whole debate was terrifying. The moderator, he kept saying, your time is up, your time is up, your time. He said it so many times. I'm like, I think he's talking to the country. He's not talking to the candidates. That's for us. Like, your time is up. Head for the hills. It's over. We had a good run, but it's over now. So scary. This is the first debate that I've paid attention to. I'm new to it. It's my first season. I haven't watched the other seasons. I'm guessing this is the best season. Don't get me wrong, I voted before, but I never watched the debates. I just voted based on, I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy over there. And no one checks, by the way, when you go to vote. No one's like, hey, have you been paying attention? Well, can you choose? I got a sticker, and that's kind of that's how we pick a king. It's pretty weird. I'll be honest with you guys, in 2012, I didn't vote for Mitt Romney, only because that dude had jet black hair with gray on the sides, and I grew up in the 90s, and that's every villain in every cartoon I grew up watching. Can't vote for that guy. He's gonna poison the drinking water and try to kill the Ninja Turtles. Not on my watch. Trying to be a better adult. Pay attention to politics and stuff. I fixed a toilet at home, so I'm doing pretty good. You gotta understand my background. I grew up without a dad, and I've rented my entire life. You don't fix things when you rent. You work around them until the lease is up, And then you go find a place with a working whatever that is. That's how it works. But my wife, I came home from the road and she goes, the toilet's hissing. And I'm like, all right, well, we got 3 more months. And now we'll find you a place without a hissing toilet. She said, nope, you're going to go fix it. And I go, why me? Why automatic? That's sexist to just pick. Neither of us know how to fix anything. Why do you think Neither of us know what to do with that Stanley tool set your mom got us for Christmas. Why do I have to go in there? What do I have that you don't? You think I just go in there and just beat it with my dick and balls until it magically works again? I don't know what I'm doing. It's not fair. But I went in there, I tried, and I fixed it. And by the way, it wasn't a bowl issue, all right? It wasn't any idiot with forearms can fix a bowl issue. I was working in the tank. That's the motherboard of the toilet. People make a living off of working in the tank, all right? People go to community college and put food on the table by working in the tank. I don't know if you flipped a tank open recently. That's still how we get rid of the grossest things in our lives. Have you looked in there? It looks like an erector set from the 50s. It's so archaic. Or it looks like, remember the game Mousetrap? That board game Mousetrap? That's what's in there. You hit the lever, a marble comes down, then a Jolly Green Giant flies over, then a flap opens up. I didn't understand how it was working. I couldn't make sense of it. I was just staring into the tank, and I could see my own reflection in the water in the tank, and I was hoping for like a Disney moment. Like maybe the water will ripple away, and there's my dad staring back at me like, adjust the float, son. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Dad. And then he ripples away. That's what I was hoping for. But that did not happen. I had to go on YouTube. I had to watch a YouTube video. Yeah, that someone else's dad made. And put on the internet to help me out. Wonderful. I've been trying to lose weight. I exercise because he called me fat on the internet. Yeah, I got a YouTube video up. I don't know who leaves comments on YouTube videos. They might be the devil. This one comment, they just argued over how fat they thought I was. That was the whole comment section. I swear, this one guy wrote, he looks like my fat uncle, Uncle McFat. That was a real comment somebody left. Somebody's like, the world needs to know. And even if someone writes something nice, someone will take it away right away. Like this one guy wrote, he looks like Johnny Depp. And I was like, ooh. But before I could enjoy that, someone underneath wrote, looks like he ate Johnny Depp. I don't think those people realize when you leave that comment, not only do I read it, but sometimes I read it while laying in a hotel bed alone and very far from home. And that's my last connection with people before I try to sleep for the night. I'm just laying in bed going, he looks like my fat uncle, Uncle McFat. You can't fall asleep after that. Imagine that in your day-to-day. You're getting ready for bed. Someone runs by your bedroom window. Good night, you fat ass! Who did that? Was he talking to me or you, baby? Who was that guy talking to? One of us won't be able to sleep tonight. So I exercise. And we travel. I love to travel. I was recently in Portland, Oregon, one of my favorite cities to go to. Love that city. Weird people out there. That's what they're known for, weirdness. I was at the train station in Portland, and I came across a young lady who I hope was on drugs. You ever meet anyone like that? We were like, ooh, I hope that's not permanent. I hope that was a decision. I hope you decided for this to happen. I hope you're having a great time. You're scaring the rest of us. I was walking. This is what she was doing. She was leaned up against like a street sign, just doing this right here, just going, and I'm like, which drug is that one? Because I've done a couple of them. I've never done that one. Anyway, I'm trying to walk by while she's doing that, and she goes, you look like Jesus. That's what she yelled at me. And I said, thank you. And I kept walking, because you don't slow down for that. You don't inquire further, like, ooh, let's talk some more about this. No, you go, oh, thank you for reminding me. I don't walk fast enough. Let me put a little extra step in my giddy up. I got to get moving. And then as I'm walking by, she goes, throw me a blessing, Jesus. That's what she yelled. And I'm like, gee, can't let my children down. I got to throw her a blessing. What if this is a big day for her? This is where she turns it around. That's when I remembered I don't know how to throw a blessing. I've never seen one thrown. Is it underhand? I've never seen it done. I had to think on my feet. This is what I came up with. I just went, you got it. And I pointed at her. That's how I threw my first blessing. I just pointed at her face. I don't fit in. I try. Like, I like new things, but I get upset about the culture around them, if that makes sense. Like, I love craft beer. Anyone else like craft beer? It's delicious. I like it, but I don't like the culture that goes around it. People that are all snooty, like, oh, do you taste the mapley oaks? No, not at all. No, I just like it better than Bud Light. That's why I'm drinking it. It gets me drunk fast. Oh, do you taste the mapley syrup? The brewer had maple syrup for breakfast on his pancakes, and he had some on his fingers. Did you taste it in the batch? No, not even close. They always have some story. These hops were grown in the Appalachian Mountains, and they were tended to by a hermit with an inverted penis, and he would put all the hops on his back and bring... I do not care. I am just drinking some beer. Thank you very much. Hey, guys, that's been my time. My name is Zoltan. Thank you very much.